Hello, this is Sadbi. I welcome to you in my virtual course on probability and statistics. In the first half of this video series, you will learn some techniques of probability, and in the second half, we will discuss statistics. In first few videos, we will go over some basic counting principle. These principles are very important in order to understand the concept of probability and statistics. These principles also will be very important if you are taking or going to take class in combinatorics, because these are the basics of combinatorics mathematics. Okay, today we will learn the first principle of the counting principle, which is the sum rule. So what is the sum rule? So sum rule says that if you perform a task which can be performed either in n1 way or it can be performed in n2 ways, but not both, or in other words, they are mutually disjoint. So one task cannot be performed in both ways. In that case, the total number of ways to perform this task is given by the sum rule, or in other words, you will add n1 way plus n2 ways, that will be the total number of ways. So here I want you to basically focus on this word or, because this is the key word in these problems. So if you find that word or, either the task can be performed in one way or the other way, but not the both, then this is the situation where you can use the sum rule. Now let's go over some examples and basically practice that where we can use this rule and where we should not use this rule. So my first example is, how many ways can one student be selected from 12 boys and 13 girls? So first we will read this problem and find out the keyword. So as you can see that the one keyword is we need to select a student, that is a keyword. And the another one is we need to select this student from 12 boy and 13 girls. So these are the few keywords which we need to underline. So now next, in order to solve this problem, so my focus will be to find two important information. The first information is, I will call sometime task or event. So first we need to find out what is the task in this problem. So as you can see that task in this problem is we need to select one student. So this is the task which I will write down. So there is only a one task which we need to perform, that we have to select one student. And the next thing is we need to find out all the association with that task, and this task, how many ways this task can be performed. As you can see that this task can be performed in two ways. You can either select a boy or a girl. So these are the two ways this task can be performed. And now we need to find the conjunction. What is the relation between, when we perform this task, between these two ways? So as you can see, the keyword is or, because since you are selecting one student, so either you can select from 12 boys or you can select a girl from 13 girls. So therefore the conjunction is or. So since this conjunction is or, that means we can use the sum rule. So therefore the total number of ways, so total numbers of ways will be using the sum rule, and this will be 12 plus 13, so which will give us 25. So there are total 25 ways we can select one student from 12 boys and 13 girls. Also notice that if I change this problem, instead of selecting one student, if I have to select two students, and this whole examples will change, and basically this or, this conjunction will change or from to and, because this time I can select a boy and a girl. So this will not be the problem of anymore the sum rule. This will be the problem of the and rule, which will be the topic of our next video. Our next example is, suppose that either a member of a mathematics faculty or a student who is a mathematics major is chosen as a representative to a university committee. How many how many different choices are there for this representative if there are 37 members of the mathematics faculty and 83 mathematics major, and no one is both a faculty member and a student? So again, we read the problem, and now it is a time to basically underline some keyword. My first keyword is a representative. So we have to select a representative. The second keyword is there are 37 mathematics faculty member and 83 student. So these are the three words. Next, I will write down what is the task. So we have only one task because we have to only pick one representative. So the task is to pick a representative or one representative. So once we select the task, so this is our task. Now we will basically find out how many ways this task can be performed. Where this task can be performed in two different ways. Where 37, we have the math faculty member and 83 student. Now we need to find what is the conjunction between them, or what is the relation between these two ways. As you can see, the relation is OR, because either you can select a student or you can select a faculty member. And also it is given that no one is both a faculty member and a student. Or in other words, a student cannot be a faculty member and a faculty member cannot be a student. So without this statement, this problem will not be a OR problem, or the conjunction will not be a OR. So since we have the conjunction OR, so we can now calculate, use the sum rule. So therefore the total number of ways will be 37. So either you can select out of 37, or it means or will turn into addition, or you can select a student. So this or is always turn into addition in combinatorics. So there are 120 ways to choose a representative to a university committee. So our next example is, a student can choose a computer project from one of three lists. The three lists contained 23, 15, and 19 possible projects respectively. No project is on more than one list, so all the lists are disjoints. How many possible projects are there to choose from? So again, first I will basically underline some keyword. So the first one is, we have to choose a computer project, which will be our task or the event. There are another three words. So this task can be performed in three different ways. So these will be my three next keyword. So again, I will draw this diagram. So in the diagram, I will write down first what is my task or the event. So my task is, I need to choose a computer project. A computer project. So I have only one task, and in one task I have to pick one computer project. And this task, now I will write down how many ways this task can be performed. This time, as you can see, this task can be performed in three different ways. So all these ways should have not any common element. So these are disjoint ways to perform this task. And that is given that no project is more than one list. So we don't have any common project in these three lists. So since there is no common and we have to only select one project, so the conjunction here is OR, because either you can select a project from 23 project, or the list of 15 project, or basically from the list of 19 project. So a project will bring the conjunction OR. So since the conjunction is OR, so it means we can use the OR rule or the sum rule of the combinatorics in order to calculate the total number of ways. So total number of ways, now they will be 23 plus 15 plus 19, and if you add them up, this is a 57 ways. So you have 57 possible way to select a computer project from these list. Next, I have one quiz problem for you to practice. Please pause the video for 1 and 2 minutes and work on this problem. So let's take one more example on this rule. So our next example is there are 18 mathematics major and 325 computer science major at a college. In how many ways can one representative be picked who is either a mathematics major or a computer science major? So as you can see, first we will basically mark down some keyword. So here we have to first pick a representative. This is our keyword. And D is a representative, either can be a mathematics major and either it can be a computer science major. And we have to select basically the one representative. So again, we write down the task, what is the task and how many ways this task can be performed. And then we will find out also what is the conjunction between these tasks. So there is only a one task, and this task is we need to select a representative. So one representative. Now we will write down how many ways this task can be performed. So this task can be performed in two different ways. Either you can pick a mathematics major or you can pick a computer science. 225, this is a CS and this is a math. And we are assuming that the student cannot have both major at the same time. So a student cannot be also a mathematics major and a computer science major, because otherwise this will not be a problem of OR conjunction. So now as you can see that since you have to pick one representative, so you can either pick from a mathematics major or you can computer science major. So this conjunction is OR, so therefore the total number of ways will be calculated by using the sum rule, and this is a 18 plus 325, which is equal to 343 ways. So this is many ways we can select one representative out of 18 math major and 325 CS major. Okay, this is also the end of this video. In the next coming videos, we will discuss the product rule, subtraction and division rule. So these are the few more basic accounting principles we need to basically learn before we will move to the probability. So I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. And thank you very much for watching.